Oh.
You are now rock with Keep It a Hondo, where we only keep it a Hondo. It's your boy Hondo, and I'm here with my man Toot, aka Big Dog, aka the Don.
Yes, sir, Ski.
I got my man D
DJ Press J.
in the motherfucking building. You see us drip with all this fab, but just know we ain't fabricating nothing. We only giving you the truth and the real spill and getting to these mills.
Yeah.
Understand something, man. But today, we got some special motherfucking guests.
Yeah,
Special fucking guests. Understand?
Men in the building, man. Ain't that shit?
Yeah, man. We got my man, the Bipper.
Yes, sir. In here, man.
Yeah, I mean, the Bipper.
Yeah.
We got my man Bones in the motherfucking building, man.
Yes,
Give it a
sir.
fuck up, man. What's up, man? How y'all feeling?
Man, we feeling good, man. Like I said, man, I want to thank y'all for this opportunity for us to speak up on like what we doing for real. Like, man, just the vision that we headed towards, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
What made you wake up one day and just be like, yo, I want this is what I want to do?
Mm.
And what started this?
Man.
First of all,
Before he get on,
Sheesh,
for real,
that boy
I
comes
want to
with
let
questions,
them know
bro.
this man, like he get into it for real. When it come down to helping people, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like he tapping into a different part. Like God is real.
Sure.
Feel me? Let's talk about it. God is
Sure.
real, and that man has been doing God work for real. You know what I'm saying? Like he at a point where as though, you know what I'm saying? Like he's helping people with like situations that when it come to men for real, we talk about, we go through issues, bro. We go through issues. It's people that don't get a chance to talk or speak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not acceptable to speak your feelings and your emotions and dive deep into your situations for real.
Yeah.
He created a platform where as though you can talk your shit.
Yeah. No judgment.
No judgment. Free. He done saved a lot of lives for real. You know what I'm saying? The group in itself has saved a lot of lives. You feel me? So right now, I want to give it up for real to my man Slim for real, cause yeah, hell yeah, bro. You saved my life, bro. You saved my life for real. Like I look forward to having those meetings, bro. Feel me? Bones saved my life for real. That man reached out to me for real, even when we not even on the meetings for real. He just reached out, yo, I'm just checking on you for real. Like what he said something for real to me, and it was like, yo, damn, that shit was real. He reached out to me for real and was like, yo, what's your mental like from 1 to 10? Feel me? And when I told him what my mental was for real, he said, yo, no, we gotta thrive for the next part of it. That's real shit.
That's real. How many times a nigga ask you that, man?
It's real shit, bro. Listen, men don't get a chance to express themselves in the way that we've been able to express ourselves in these meetings. You understand? So, yeah.
So I'm gonna say, man, the reason what made me start it, man, just I had my man Chucky for real, man. Chucky, he was a guy in my barber shop, and I'm around this guy every day for real. And the day before he committed suicide, it was one of the best days we had in the shop with him, like jokes and all that for real. So, I just be at a point where as though I'm trying to like, if I'm around you, I want to know where your headspace at. You know what I mean? And not just me, just everybody that come in contact with me or come in contact with you for real. You know what I mean? So it's like, when he did that, yo, it just put me on a whole nother level in my mind. Like, yo, I can be around somebody and we can be having the best times of our life the whole time. You battling something where as though you want to kill yourself. So, you know what I mean? I feel like this is really God's work. I'm just providing a platform. You know what I mean? It's not even about me for real. I just got the shop where as though I can have it, but I know God be all in it when we have it. You know what I mean? It's like it's His will being done for real. So that's what it's really about, yo. And then my man Bones, like, man, anytime I need
One of the most intellectual members that I have ever known. To be honest with you, for real. When I listen, it was amazing for real to see for real. Cause once I tapped into the meetings, right? But I already knew what he was coming with, right? Because we went to school together. For real, Bones didn't even really remember the whole situation, but I remember being in that certain type of class where this motherfucker was answering every motherfucking question. You know what I mean? Like it was like a class where black people could talk about their shit for real. It was about black people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like black young men. You know what I'm saying? And that man always was speaking for real. I was like, yo, this motherfucker always
Man,
talking.
smart for
like,
real, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Appreciate that, bro.
Go in, bro.
Yeah, sure enough.
Yeah, man. Yo, when the shit crazy how it happened, right? Everything is divine.
Sure.
And I never forget. I went to holler at Slime. Forgot what the occasion was. I'm like, yo, I gotta get picked up. You free? Like, yeah. I pull up on him, and he like, we talking, you know, just chopping it up. And every time you sit with your barber, that's your therapist. You feel me?
Yeah.
Factual.
For that 45 minutes to an hour, that's your therapist. For
Factual.
real, you feel me? But we kind of was just going back and forth, and he planted the seed and saying like, yo, bro, I got this idea. I want to do this. And shit. Don't tell me you trying to do some shit. You ain't ready about to do it. Like, you know what I mean? So it was like automatic. Like, I just watered the seed. Bro, let's do it. What we need to start. Like, what you know what I mean? Like, let's get active. He explained the vision to me. And instantly, it was like, say less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get where you trying to go. We was discussing, like, well, what day we going to do it? And how often we going to do it? And we was like, man, look, we going to do it like this. We're going to buy fam. And then I went home, started cooking up graphics. The rest was history.
Yeah.
Like,
Made the fly just like that, yo.
you know what I'm saying? And
Step
Ain't
right
nothing
into
to it but to do it.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's
You feel
it.
what I'm saying?
Nigga be talking that shit, nigga. Nigga said I got the space. Nigga got the idea.
what we waiting
Nigga,
on?
what we doing?
What we doing? Like that. I'm one of them people who believe that yo, we can talk till we blue in the face for real, yo. But if ain't no action coming behind it, yo, we wasting time.
Yeah,
And time is not something that we promise.
Yeah.
That shit don't stop for nobody. You get what I'm saying? Like right now, this moment that we having, we gotta value this shit because tomorrow ain't promised. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of times we feel so entitled. We procrastinate on shit that we supposed to really be getting busy in. You feel what I'm saying? I don't do it today, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Nigga, you ain't promised the motherfuckers you waiting for.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got time to be thinking that it's okay to put shit to the side. Because at the end of the day, I'm a dad.
Especially in today's time.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm a dad. And if I waste time, nigga, who suffer the most? My legacy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I ain't a time waster, bro. If you come to me with an idea, you best to be ready to put your foot on the motherfucking gas. Cause we gonna work out every excuse to the point it ain't no more. And then what we doing?
Especially with God's plan, yo.
When
You can't
God
wait-
involved, yo, you can't knock
Yeah.
that shit, yo. Like it's
You can't wait till it get right. You
and
can't wait till
this a
it's
God fearing
yeah.
man. I ain't even gonna hold you, yo. Like
Yeah,
I'm spiritual. But yo, I ain't gonna lie. I think it's his relationship with God that got this shit going the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah,
for real, you
understand.
feel me?
He
Like,
got a little guidance with it.
yeah, for real,
All you
yo.
need is one.
Sure.
He opened up with prayer. Yo.
Ain't
I
gonna
never
need it.
forget, yo. We had a brother come in who wasn't even fully aware of his relationship with God. Yo, he experienced some shit and never even prayed.
Never
You feel what
prayed
I'm
before.
saying? Never prayed before because he thought in his mind that
You had-
when you talk to God, you gotta talk a certain
Certain type of
way.
way.
You gotta have the lingo.
Yeah.
You need to know the Bible and all that. We like, nah, nigga, talk to him like you talking to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Straight up. The relationship gotta be real. You can't come in there fabricate. He already know the real you.
Yep.
Yeah.
He just waiting on you to holler at him.
So his first time praying was in that meeting.
In that
right?
meeting, bro, and that shit was authentic and real. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
he kept that shit a Hondo. You heard me? Like,
Yeah.
For sure.
Sure enough. Hey, look, we gonna celebrate this shit right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Let's go.
Yeah, like I love it, bro. Like I
Nah,
love
real
it. We
shit,
gotta keep this shit
because-
going for real. I ain't gonna lie. When you told me that we wasn't having a meeting for real, you know what I'm saying? Like I need this. Like I'm letting people know. Like yeah, bro, I'm broken too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's to other people for real. Like people don't understand that people who doing good in life for real go through shit too, bro.
And I
don't care if you
I'ma stick on
celebrity for real. I don't care if you popular, whatever for real. Like motherfucker is going through real life shit.
yeah.
Men go through real life shit. You know what I'm saying? Females too, but I'm saying for us, just off of speaking off of us, bro, we go through some shit for real. Like we feel like we cannot vocalize that shit, bro. And the platform that you design, bro, that shit is a perfect opportunity for niggas to get that shit out. And that is just something special, bro.
Nah,
You know what I mean?
appreciate that,
no,
man.
real shit, yo. And I'm
Cheers
gonna pick
to
up
you.
on that, yo.
Cheers to me.
Cheers.
May we never disagree.
Yes,
But
sir.
if we do, fuck you. Cheers to me.
Like that, man. Yeah. I was gonna speak on that, yo. Like sometimes it get tough for the person that's actually
In it.
in it.
Yeah.
So some days I be hitting like bones, like, hey, bones, like I ain't feeling it today, yo. And
Yeah.
I feel bad in my heart, but my energy be down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes when you take on the energy of everybody else, yo, you start to realize you don't have none. And then I go home, I'm like against the bed, you know what I mean? I'm just depleted, you feel what I'm saying? And I got family to attend to. But I'm looking at it like, yo, I know this God's work, so I can't stop. You know what I mean? So I'm glad I got a brother I can call. I got, you know what I mean, some brothers that be like, yo, you know, I'll take it over. If you feel like you can't do it, I got you. You know what I mean? So that's why I be at with it. Just because I started the platform, don't mean it gotta be me hosting it all the time. For real.
Exactly.
I'm with whatever brother trying to.
Shit,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Even the
You gonna do
leader
your
need,
shit.
even the leader need support.
Man.
No, that's real, yo. Actually, that's who need the most. You feel what I'm saying?
People
Because
do not understand
people don't
that.
understand. They say who gonna help the help, right?
Yeah.
And that shit, you know, I feel like for me, like even down in my family, I always was that guy who provided the help. And then, you know, I'm just not selfish. You know what I'm saying? I always had this mindset that like, if I'm helping somebody 9 times out of 10, they need the help, and I'm resourceful. So it's like, even if it's my last, I'm gonna give
I
it
can get it.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I figure it out. You clearly can't figure it out. So
Yeah.
here, and then I worry about what you worrying about. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it back somehow, some way, yo. And now I'm in a space where I'm not even saying somehow, some way. I just know God got me. You feel me? Saying this is just another level of faith for real, yo. But I wanted to touch on something you said regards of, you know, you touched on like us not having a safe space to really be able to like open up and share our shit, yo. What we gotta understand as men, yo, is that it take a lot of strength to be weak.
No, real shit. Pride is a motherfucker.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yo.
yo, the amount of strength it take to look a nigga in his eyes and be like, yo, I'm about to break. I'm about to break. You feel what I'm saying? So like, we gotta break that stigma of feeling like, oh, I can't be weak, nigga. If you expose that vulnerability, you strong.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because we live in a society where that shit not normal. You know what I'm saying? But it's also not healthy.
And we got people coming there with real problems. I'm talking about
Real life
mother
shit.
dying of cancer, or you know what I mean, somebody just committed suicide, or you know what I mean, like baby mother keeping the kids away. You know what I mean, like real life shit. Where it's
This ain't no, yo, my
You can't play with it, yo.
I just saw a video for real with a motherfucker. He took his life. He took his wife. I mean, he took his baby mother like and himself. Cause you know what I'm saying, like you couldn't deal with the shit.
Yeah.
Bro,
But he ain't
he
have an outlet.
real problem. He ain't
He
an
ain't no
bro.
outlet.
That shit was built up. You
Y'all
can't
seen the
tell me
video?
that shit not built up.
You seen the video of the old head wilding out because he was tired of working? Spazzing out in the middle of the lawn because he tired. Like you said, niggas, we grew, no matter what timeline it is from our grandparents to us, it was never okay to speak on your feelings. Cam and them was just talking about it. Anxiety, that word wasn't even thought about in the 90s and
Right,
2000s. Like, nigga,
Anxiety,
me
nigga,
walking around talking
right.
about, bro, I got anxiety. What the fuck does that even mean?
That's real shit.
What, somebody bullying you, nigga? You gotta go fight. What you talking about?
Yo,
You scared to say something, nigga? Speak up. What the
Yeah.
fuck is me talking about?
That's how they
And
carry
like the babying has got to a level, but at the same time, when you told that you can't cry, when your feelings is hurt because you're a boy, as you get older, you start to cry about nothing.
But who you be told that
Yeah.
about? Who you be told that about?
You
Women,
don't cry,
right?
You don't cry about death.
But you mostly hear that from
You
women,
don't
though,
cry
right?
about
No, guaranteed. You
situations.
mostly hear that from women, but you
At
don't
all.
hear that you can cry a lot from men either.
But I'm about
Exactly.
to, yeah, that too. But I'm about to carry somebody, right? So we say most time we hear, don't cry about your mother.
Guaranteed.
Like be tough for real.
Guaranteed.
So when we grow up and we try to talk to our girl, right? I don't
Yeah,
know how
that
y'all.
crying is out the
Yo,
window.
I ain't gonna lie. After COVID, it seemed like all my homeboys kind of like backed up and only had my girl to talk to, right? But that's not who I wanted to talk to.
Facts.
So now it's like I'm being vulnerable in front of you, right? But now at any given time, argument, anything, you can bring this shit back up in my
Yeah,
face. bro.
and it changes that part of it. Bro, like you go ahead and speak your emotions and your feelings
Oh,
to a
man,
female,
man.
and then it changes how they treat you.
You treat
It's
you.
Nigga.
it's
You
a
get what I mean?
hand thing.
It's
It's
a-
a hand thing. Like
Yeah.
it's
And
okay.
It
So
sounds
now
like
I
it
know.
feel good when it's
Now
happening.
I know this nigga's weak spot.
Yeah,
That
but
trigger.
I gotta play devil
Trigger
advocate,
shit.
right?
That shit is
I gotta play devil
crazy.
advocate in that space because I can say that I'm blessed to have somebody that that don't play them, like, pull them cards on me. You know what I'm saying?
No, gotta
So,
see.
like,
Shout out to Bones, she watching.
yeah, like, yo, to be honest with you, yo, I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for you.
No,
You know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
Shorty
and
really made me who
most men.
I am.
No,
No, you need that though.
Hey, Bones, I ain't taking that away from you.
Every man
Yeah,
needs
yeah.
that.
I'm just
Every man
saying,
needs
every
that.
man need that, right? But I'm saying, who want to really be vulnerable with their female? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Because
what I'm
most of the
So I'ma
time,
say
see, you
this.
gotta understand. Most of the
It's
time,
like,
see,
it
some of us
changes
some of us are gifted with those women
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
in our life.
Right.
Mhm.
It's about, can you keep it or you gonna fumble it, right?
Right.
But most men, before we even get to her, you go through those chapters first.
Right.
Mhm.
You get communication is the biggest word.
That's what I was going with.
But tone,
Yeah.
the start of a conversation, it matters more
Than
than
anything you say.
anything.
Yeah.
So most of the time, men understand that because we don't disrespect each other as men talking to each other. So talking to our lady, they it's because they're a lady. They could come at us a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could throw you off your balance. The emotional state of it can have a man shutting down from the jump.
Or reacting femininely. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I don't
you
want
start to argue just
so-
like her.
so-
You
so
can't
check it,
be
so
just
check it
like
though.
her.
So
You're
check it.
defending yourself.
So I got a problem at my job. And I go tell my girl for real. I got a problem at my job for real. She gonna tell me some shit probably like, well, go back and say this, go back and say that. Then I'm going back to my job. Yeah, just like you know, that's not how you handle it,
That's
man.
not how you handle it.
I need a man to tell me like,
You wanna
no,
know
yo,
why?
you
Because they always say the woman is right.
Yeah, so-
But I'm gonna be honest with you, yo. I'm glad you said that shit. Listen,
no,
I'm gonna say
I'm
it.
gonna
I
say
just
that.
said that shit to somebody
You ain't
2 days
got a
ago.
picture.
I just said
Yeah,
that 2 days
man.
ago, bro.
Yeah.
Every time I call myself trying to boost my own ego and follow my gut, I regret that shit, yo. Look, it's been times where I ain't listened to my girl on purpose because I wanted to say I'm right this time.
Yeah.
No, that's why. That's why. You trying to prove points just like she do. So now you done picked up her trait.
So
Yeah.
look, but yo, every time I listen to her, yo, that shit go the way she said it was gonna go.
I ain't gonna lie. Every
You
time.
feel what I'm saying? Like it's like she got a different fucking intuition and discernment.
No,
you
that's
feel
a
what I'm
fact.
saying? That
That's
I
a
just
fact.
don't
You can
have,
respect.
bro.
That's
I
a
don't
fact.
have it. I be blind to a lot of shit, and she just could call that shit out from a mile away early. You feel what I'm saying?
So
but
so is it handling a situation is the same way?
no. Because I was about to pick up on that, right? In regards to the conversation with a woman, I think before we even converse, I think it's important that we as men converse with each other because we, like you said, we
Absolutely.
communicate with each other a certain way where it's a level of respect that come with it, right?
Yeah.
The hardest part about communicating with a woman is the fact that she listens to everything that you don't say, right?
Exactly.
You would say some shit, and then she was like, "So what you trying to say?" And then make up this whole other
Yeah,
shit.
like, no,
That
what I
ain't
said
had
is
nothing
what
to
I
do with-
said,
I
right.
said what I said. It might have not came out in the way that you received it,
Right.
but that was never my intentions for you to feel like, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I give a dumbass example on some shit like, all right, she cooked dinner for real, you eat it, and you be like, damn, this shit good. I ain't gonna lie, yo. Man, for real, that motherfucking root Chris chicken though, that shit hit there. So what you saying? My shit like not like,
No,
like
I'm
yo,
not saying it. I was just saying.
like yo, that's not what I
Root Chris
said.
tastes a little
You
better.
fucked up because in reality you was
You
supposed
just
to process
compared.
your thoughts
Yeah,
first, and you was
you
supposed to
just-
compare.
you just compared
You
it.
didn't know you was doing nothing wrong though. You get what I'm saying? But the reality is it come with growth and just thinking more. You know what I'm saying? Like being aware of think before you speak. A lot of times as men, we don't think before we speak. We think it and say it like in the same millisecond. It's like, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just come out wrong as fuck. And I think we just have to practice and learn how to communicate. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
But
saying?
is that wrong? Because listen, right? I ain't gonna take it away from that, but in today's society, men aren't men anymore, yo. Everything is about emotions now. Like, and I'm starting to agree with the women. Niggas is too fucking emotional.
No.
You got too many raw wave niggas out here.
But you know where that come from?
And
It come from- it come from what we started out with.
No, what we
It come
That come with
from
expressing yourself,
bottled
bro.
up emotions.
No.
For a long time, we couldn't do that.
I don't know how y'all
couldn't
grew
do
up.
it.
I don't know
Yeah,
how y'all
that's
grew
what
up,
I
yo.
So now it seems like it's a lot of it because if it was spread out over time, it wouldn't seem like that.
Right.
But
Look,
now it's spilling over because it's okay.
But back in the day, the woman was the big dog in the house, yo. I never heard my father in the house. I heard my mother though. So I'm trying to make it seem like
You
yo,
think
my-
that made her
and I'm not
the
even
big-
saying, and that's not just with my father though. That's with a lot of households. I heard the mother was like the big dog for real. You know what I mean? The man to be working 9 to 5, he was quiet though, but he was getting shitted on. Like, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. He quiet though, just going to
Come
work.
home, give her the
Being
check.
a good man. Yeah, like, nah. So I feel like today, we sound like we emotional because we speaking on how we feel. Like, yo, you ain't gonna treat me like that, yo.
No, see, that's
We
different.
ain't really hear men saying
No.
that back in the day. I don't
No.
know about your fault, but I ain't never hear my fault.
See, that's different. No, the men back in the day. See, that's the separation right there.
What?
Why do you think your daddy left your mama? That's the conversation we don't have. His side of the story. We always get our like you said. We
They never
always hear our mother say, "You can't cry. You can't do this." And like I said, we don't really hear enough men tell us we can cry. So we don't hear Pop's side of the story, whether he's around or not.
Right.
But we also know if you really pay attention to your mother as you grew up, because that's what I did. That's how I learned women to a certain extent. Because that's our first leader. That's and you start to learn like you be lying to me like a motherfucker. All right, you be lying to them too like a motherfucker. That ain't what happened. Cause you know we couldn't speak or
you could
sit
listen
around,
and
but
answer.
you use a motherfucking listener when you in that house when they downstairs partying and shit. You hear everything going on in the house, and you hear all the gossip, and that's where you hear the smart remarks. See now the kids sit in these mothers' face and they hear it straight out the mouth.
Oh, for sure. They talk
We had to sit
us.
upstairs and listen. So now you hear the part where moms be like, "Yeah, that nigga ain't sending that check this month. He won't see that motherfucking baby." Now you like, damn, I ain't gonna see my father.
But nowadays you hand daddy in the house too now though. That's what I'm saying.
Now you do
That's a good thing, right?
to an extent.
Yeah, because
To
the
an
child
extent.
the child get to hear both sides now.
Yeah, but
Back in the day, we didn't hear both sides. We just heard mommy's side. Like, you know what I mean?
But it's still a lot of people who don't get that chance.
because we see a lot of men crashing out on their women. And sometimes it's not even the simple fact of they don't have an ear for their problems. Some niggas just grew up in that type of household. Some niggas are just wired like that. You got niggas who are Jeffrey Dahmers out here. You got men who can't control their emotions because they don't talk, or they might have a therapist and still go out and do it because it's a deeper problem. And the help is always supposed to be wanted.
Right.
Yeah, it can't be received if it ain't one.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like if you can't align it with the woman, with your kids, with yourself, coming to you wanting to talk or just to come talk isn't going to help me. I gotta be willing to talk. Everybody that walked in your house, and I just say your house just because that's your house basically. They are willing to talk from the jump. Most people did have an ear to listen to. They just cut them off.
With the women.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of women, we shut down just because we want peace. It's like, you're not right, but I'm not going to tell you you're wrong because I just want peace tonight. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to try to get my point across. So when I come to this men's meeting, I'm going to tell her what it really is.
Right.
Amongst the guys, for real, because I feel like that's why I was saying, like, one guy told me, yo, he don't talk to males, he talk to women. He feel like he get a better understanding from women. I'm like, yo, I feel like you're not gonna really get a better understanding from women because it's gonna always be a feminine type of energy, for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like when you talk to your guys, for real, your guys gonna tell you, yo, go home and chill, yo, don't say nothing, for real. You talk to a female, man, go ahead and tell her this, go tell her, like, you know what I mean? You can't move like that,
Which
yo.
turns into a war.
A war in your house.
Mm-hmm.
And,
A place that
and
you
it can
call
be
peace.
avoided.
Yeah.
But we're asking for conversation at the same time. If you as the man are willing to go openly talk to your friends, because that's how you have that relationship.
Mhm.
Right.
Because when she offered it, somehow, some way, it got to you, and you was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it to her, and it worked. See, most men say it worked, but it doesn't work for us because the woman. It's not just because of us, because we could communicate. Like I said, we could come to each other and communicate without yelling, letting you know the feelings. We can let you know exactly what we did wrong, what they did wrong, where the conversation went wrong. We can show you the whole message where we went wrong. But if we do that with them, it's a
That's a problem.
Another
so
thing
always
too, yo.
a thin line.
Another thing
somewhere.
too, though, is also understanding the idea of
Build.
yeah, building, right? So you gotta become the person. It's all about one, learning how to communicate, but it's also becoming the person that's respected, right?
Yes,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying? So when you become a person who I'm willing to hear what you got to say because I respect you as an individual for real, it makes the conversation a lot easier. And also it takes a certain level of testosterone and masculinity to understand that you can't control them emotions. Sometimes you're gonna say some shit that rub her wrong or whatever the case may be, and you gotta be comfortable in the fact that tonight y'all sleeping back to back instead of
Yeah.
spooning. You get what I'm saying?
But it's still all love. Yeah.
Because of the conversation, but still be good in that
Yeah.
because she received it. It's just taking her longer to process it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Don't mean you did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You just gotta be comfortable with her being uncomfortable in that moment, knowing
That's
that you a leader and that you know what I'm saying? Like
Yo.
it takes
Yeah.
a certain level of
Like you said, masculinity.
masculinity to be like, cause what happens is we say something, she get on her feelings, then we feel like we gotta fix that. When in
Exactly.
reality, it started with us being broken in the first place. How the
Yeah.
fuck we get on you?
Yeah.
Cause you feel some type of way about me feeling some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
I should be able to come to you and
tend-
say,
we
yo, when
tend
you
right
did that
into
earlier,
that
yo, that
shit.
shit rubbed me wrong.
Mhm.
But you get defensive,
Mhm.
and now I'm trying to make you feel better. When in reality, I started out as the fucking victim, but that's some manipulative shit that has been going on for years that we
Yes.
gotta just accept and understand. Like you having your moment, all right, cool, I'm gonna give you your space.
But that's where
You
the
heard what I
decline
said, though,
come in
right?
that, because you accepting is not you accepting your feelings all the way now. So now we still have a divide in this and a non-solution in this relationship.
Because you can't always feel like you're gonna be right on this. It's like a together thing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I gotta hear you out 50-50, you gotta hear me out. So I was telling the guys in the meeting, I said, yo, sometimes as guys, we feel like if I provide, I should get treated like a king.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yo, it don't always
It
go
ain't
like that.
always
Yo,
like
sometimes
It's a
you
new
come
time
home,
too.
yeah, you come home, yo, and
Bitch can get her own bag.
You get what I'm saying?
no, but you come home and check this. You come home and your kid need help with the homework, yo. But we looking at it like, man, I worked all day. That ain't my problem. That's false, yo.
Mhm.
And we come home all day, or man, I supposed to have food. No, but sometimes she might have worked all day. You know what I
had to
mean?
learn how to cook.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sometimes we got pick up the clothes, the kids' clothes for the mom. You know what I mean? It's about a 50-50 thing, yo. So it's not
Absolutely.
about because I provide, I should be treated like a king. It's more than that, yo.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? We got. That's what I was telling the minute.
pick up the slack and understand that, and on both sides for real. You feel what I'm saying? It's like think about it like going to the gym for real. You feel me?
Yeah.
Over time, when you constantly doing the same thing and dealing with a lot of shit, it's like somebody keep putting 45s on both sides and shit. Right?
Yeah.
And even if you like, for me, for real, you feel me? I gotta stay at home woman, and them kids. That's not an easy task, yo. I constantly repeat yourself.
That's a
It's like,
whole
like,
job, bro.
that shit different. Like I ain't gonna lie. Right now, I service the homeless. Right, I gotta deal with a lot of bullshit outside. I serve all of Baltimore City. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my job easy as fuck.
Yeah.
To the point where as though when I come home, I should have more energy than I got because I don't lift a finger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then when I come home, I want my peace because I was gone all day. But they ain't see me all day.
Yeah.
They miss me energy on 1,000 because I'm home now. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Meanwhile, they been giving her the blues.
Mm-hmm. The other conversation is all to say women are our problem. It's like, no,
Y'all not accountable, and y'all need to stop that shit. Y'all need to have a women's group.
Don't make this bad.
Hold on, men's group. Y'all need to have a women's group.
All right, cool.